because you can't drink and talk at the same time.
Leave the conversation to us and order another beer.
You're listening to Texas's live
Midday
beer-centric show, Liquid Lunch.
Liquid Lunch.
With
Kennedy and Schaumburg. Here are your hosts,
Catherine Contreras
and Josh Stewart.
Hooray! Hip, hip, hooray! Hooray for beer!
Thursday, everybody. Catherine.
Hello, what's up there, you little Thursday bitches? Are you excited?
Yeah.
I am now.
Yeah, we got
Already started?
The giggles in the background are our guest today.
We have a guest.
Yeah, James.
Yeah, we do.
Okay,
guys.
James. Okay, for all the way from Abilene, Texas, brand new brewery. Make sure I'm saying this right. Sockdolliger?
Yeah, nailed it.
Yes. Do we have a map of Abilene, Kennedy, to cut to?
Yeah, let me just pull one right out of my ass.
Okay, excellent.
That's gross. No,
we-
listen, don't.
We are salty today.
It was a figure of speech.
Everybody's a little salty today.
I don't really store magazine or
Well, I doubt
maps
that.
my ass.
I was
You
thinking
wouldn't
digital.
Say it. So.
Yeah, it is Thursday, the Salty Thursday. But from Sockdolliger Brewing Company in Abilene, Texas, the beautiful Abilene, Texas, and I guess the border of West Texas. James,
Yeah,
is
right on the edge. I'm really not 100% sure where that borderline is.
Yeah, let me say fighting out of Abilene by way of Georgia. Where in Georgia are you from originally?
Savannah, Georgia.
Oh, I've heard of it.
Ooh.
Yeah, Savannah, old town.
It's pretty nice town. It's
Ha-
a fancy
Oh,
town.
no.
Yeah, cut away from that picture, dude.
Yeah. I know.
Let's take Catherine. You got
Yeah.
the Catherine cam? Go Catherine cam.
Yeah,
What
It's
happened?
gonna take a second.
James was talking, and Kenny just put his face right on there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, nobody wants
Yeah,
to
There we go.
because I don't get enough airtime.
So, anyway.
swear to God.
All right. So, Sockdolliger has been open for, let's see, I visited in, what was that, October, I guess? And just ran in and out. Just ran and grabbed a growler, ran right out. And I was like, hey, James,
Pay for it?
I did pay for it, I think. Did my card go through, James? I think.
It went through. He was kind enough to pay for it.
Okay, good. Sometimes, he's got sticky fingers.
Yeah, well, it happens. I mean, the growler has a loop on it, like your finger goes right in there. It's not my fault. It's not my fault.
And he's like, whoops, and then he slips into the tap, and it's
Yeah, it just falls out.
Whoa.
It happened.
You
yeah.
Distracts us with his big words, and next thing you know, he's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. He starts asking you exactly where you are, or you West Texas or not, and everybody gets all like discombobulated, and then before you know it, he's
Next
leaving.
thing you know, he's gone, and we're
He's
like, did
gone
he take
with
a
the
growler?
growler.
Yeah, there's three people at the bar, and they're having this debate on where does West Texas start,
Yeah.
and if it were to split off into another state, would we, where would that line be? So,
Fascinating.
yeah, I mean, just
Riveting stuff.
yes,
Yeah.
the debates that. So when did you move to Abilene?
I moved to Abilene 7 years ago.
Okay, what made you move to Abilene? Were y'all working on the brewery then, or?
No, I went out to one of the local universities here to graduate school.
Okay, cool.
Then graduated and decided I didn't want to use the 7 years of schooling
Who would? Who does?
that I accrued.
Nobody I know.
Seriously, you spend all that time on. It's time to do something different once you get to the end of
Yeah.
it.
All right.
Yeah, what's the point?
Yeah, you're sick of it before you start.
Yeah, they need to change that stuff up. Unless you go to school for brewing. Did you go to school for brewing? Because I would do that and then want to do that more.
I did not go to school for brewing.
Can you go to school for brewing?
You can,
Absolutely, you can.
yeah.
Like, what universities teach brewing?
Oklahoma State.
They're-
Oregon State.
Really?
Yeah, Siebel.
UC Davis.
Yeah, UC Davis.
Siebel.
Yeah. There's some others.
Appalachian State University, Florida State.
Florida State.
I haven't looked into it much.
Any Texas breweries?
Any
Uh,
colleges?
College?
I don't think officially yet. I've heard that UT is trying to start a
quit moving
fermentation
around.
degree, but
I'm trying to get myself framed up.
Oh, yeah.
It won't turn. It's wedged.
Yeah, because there's shit all over the table.
Dude,
Sorry.
everybody's salty. I mean, anyway. Yeah.
Spice of life.
Oh, so
I
wait.
didn't officially class. I said bitches, which is acceptable for television.
yeah.
Catherine started it, so I thought it was cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, it's not cool. It's only cool if you're the one that starts it, not the one that
The
does it.
follower. Okay, wait, did you say Texas UT?
Yeah, I think I've heard that they're trying to start a fermentation sciences degree.
That's
cool.
awesome. They didn't have that when I was there.
Yeah. Would you have done that? Would your mom have let you do that, Catherine?
I would have done 2 semesters of it and then gotten bored,
Okay.
like I did everything else.
It's probably a lot of microbiology and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm imagining it's harder than it sounds. It's not
I'm
just sitting
sure it
around
is.
drinking beer.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure it is.
All right. Speaking of drinking beer,
Thank you.
we should talk. Are we ready to do that? We have a little segment here, James, that we like to call this.
It's time for your favorite segment and mine here on Liquid Lunch. This is
What you drinking?
And as we are apt to do, well, I was going to say ladies first, but since you just threw the image right up there on the screen, I guess we'll have to go first. Kennedy, thank you. There you see the Sock Gallagher 64-ounce growler.
That may or may not have been stolen.
Yeah, and I think it's an Italian-style growler. Is that accurate? The,
That growler.
That's not my
beautiful.
department.
I think that's an old world Italian-style growler with the flip top.
It's very rustic.
Yes, and elegant looking on your table in the middle of your streaming show. So if that's the look you're going for,
There it is.
spot on. But we have in front of us, we're going malty today. Very malty, as you see. Negative space from 11 Below. We have the Scotch Ale Bull Shark from Galveston Bay, and Backpew Seder Swiel, their Bach. So
One of my favorites.
a lot of malt. We're malt heavy on the show today. But that's what we will be drinking. But our pre-show beer, which we were late on, I'm drinking. What is this? It's from Fredericksburg. What brewery is this? I forget. It's been in my refrigerator too long. Pedernales. It's
Pedernales.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. They're
I heard some nuts. Aren't they?
Yeah.
They're leaving us.
yeah.
Are they?
So it's a
Yeah.
collector. I probably should have held on to it.
No more of that Robert Earl Keen beer to go around.
Yeah, right. You know what?
They're
Oh.
they're leaving. What?
Yeah,
that's what
closing
I
their
read.
they're closing their tap room for sure. Are they shutting down I think they're shutting down everything.
I think they are too.
Which is wild because they've won a lot of awards, a lot of GABF
Yeah.
awards and things like
Yeah.
that. So
Their Oktoberfest is phenomenal.
yeah, they got some good stuff. So anyway, well, here's to you. I'm glad I grabbed this. I didn't realize that this was who made this. Maybe that's part of it. Maybe had I known, something
You
could have
could've
changed.
the whole thing.
Somebody could have heard something somewhere.
Maybe.
Things would be different.
Maybe this would have been the show
Yeah,
that would have brought them back.
this would have turned it all around.
Yeah. This is
So
the kind of power we have.
yeah. Well, okay, Catherine, what are you? What do you got in the?
Today I'm drinking Freetail Sold Out IPA.
There you
Went and visited them for the 1 millionth time this week for lunch.
go. Is it?
And
It's a lot of
picked up a
times.
whole six-pack.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Well,
Uh,
I had heard that they changed their queso recipe.
And?
And so it was real important to Jason and I that we go and put our stamp of approval on it.
Did they?
They changed it, and Jason, not that thrilled about it.
Ooh.
Me, I couldn't tell the difference. So
Mm.
I don't know.
So we need more, we're going to need a little more information how they changed it.
Probably.
Okay.
Probably.
So if anybody's listening from
So
Freetail,
if anybody who owns Freetail and is part of that, named Scott, knows what they did differently to the queso,
yeah,
maybe let us know.
yeah,
Throw us a bone.
let us know.
Maybe. Yeah.
James, do you get to drink anything right before the Chamber of Commerce meeting?
I would have. I didn't know this was a segment.
You
But I
don't,
would
take,
have.
you don't take beer to the Chamber of Commerce meeting?
Yeah.
It's frowned
Just to
upon.
to oil the wheel, you know what I mean?
I'd like. It's frowned upon, but I'd like to.
Okay. Yeah.
Somebody's at your door?
I don't know. Did the doorbell ring?
I think so.
No, don't answer. It's probably Amazon.
This is the segment that we like to call Nobody Knows What the Hell's Going On.
Yeah. No. Well, okay. So what's happening is probably the Amazon elf just delivered more Christmas gifts because
No.
that's how we do all our shopping.
Probably delivered
Yes.
paper towels.
No, we got that's the big box in there. But that's we go to liquidlunchshow.com/Amazon, James, and we order
right.
all our Christmas gifts. And not only do we get our Christmas gifts, we also help support the show.
Help support the show.
Yeah,
That's right.
just by doing our normal shopping.
Circle it back around.
Yeah, so
So
that's
just,
what we.
just go to your website and follow the link.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
just liquidlunchshow.com/Amazon, or you go to our website and click that link, or message me and I'll send you links.
I know I do all my Christmas shopping through Amazon, and then I have it delivered to my mom's house because I feel like she has the most secure borders. You know, So she's home all day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. That's a good place to hide the gifts.
yeah.
I think we've done a good job of throwing the girls off this year by because most of the orders that we get are big boxes full of paper towels, like Kennedy likes
Yeah,
to
so
point out.
they're not paying attention.
Nobody's paying attention. Like, man, we're getting a lot of toilet paper this month. So,
No, my kids are hyper alert. Hyper alert. I had a box upside down in my trunk, and I was having them help me get groceries out. And Harry was like, "Is that an Amazon box? What's in there?" Whoa. No, it's not. It's actually a shipment of cocaine that mommy's trafficking.
no, that's so boring. Whatever.
No Christmas happening in this trunk at all.
No. My mom got lazy. I think like the last year we really did the whole Santa thing. It was all in the back of the station wagon, and she kind of loosely covered it with a blanket.
Yeah, I remember that Christmas.
Yeah.
When you're like 9 or 10,
Mm-hmm.
maybe 11.
Yeah.
There's like a blanket just over everything.
Yeah.
And then you're like, hey, what's that? And my dad, I remember that last Christmas, my dad telling me, like the last magical Christmas, my dad was like, oh, we got you a pogo stick. And he said it so convincingly that I like just felt like the sadness in my heart until Christmas morning. Because I really was like, how the fuck am I going to get up on a pogo stick?
I want a fucking pogo stick.
Yeah, like I don't have those skills.
one
How am I
foot
going
at
to
a
make this
time.
happen? Yeah.
Yeah. But and that you should have known because that was what 89,
It would have been in the 80s at some point. yeah.
88, 80
Yeah.
something
We're
along.
not gonna. We don't need to decide what year it was. Just know that it was mid to late 80s.
Okay. Well, everybody knows that was prime pogo ball time.
Yes, with the like, it looked like Saturn.
Yes.
Is that what you're talking
Yeah,
about?
pogo ball.
That thing was awesome.
Yeah. Well, for like 10 minutes.
But then you could never master. I don't think anybody ever mastered that thing.
I think there's still like one guy. James, did you have a pogo ball? Any chance you had a pogo ball?
I've never heard of a pogo ball.
Yeah, he looks like he's probably younger than us.
I'm at a loss. I'm at a loss for both words and memories of the pogo ball.
How old are you, James?
30.
Okay, yeah. See?
Baby.
Okay.
Yeah, baby.
Maybe. Okay.
Just he's barely out of the uterus.
What are you doing? Oh, you're gonna pour a beer?
Getting beer.
Okay, cool. That's cool. All right, cool. Yeah, no, pogo ball. We had one, and or I had one. Wanted one so bad, and then I think I used it like one day and couldn't figure it out.
I had one too. That, and I want to say like anything that had to do with like inline skates,
Yep.
rollerblades. We're talking one pass around the block, and then Catherine's like, no.
Yeah, most of those presents are that.
I'm gonna go watch MTV.
Yeah, we actually got a pogo stick for the girls a couple years ago, and they've used it once.
Yeah.
Yeah, they wanted one, so they asked Santa for it, or I should say Santa got them one. So I don't know, pogo sticks. Maybe my kids are super hipster, like totally into the old school pogo stick.
Maybe.
Yeah, but
Pogo sticks are too hard.
they are
Right?
hard, and
Feels like
I
it
was-
would be really difficult.
I was a chubby boy. I mean, you could probably tell.
So like
I'm
the distribution of weight would probably be.
Yeah, it was one that was like everyone else was bouncing like 2 feet off the ground, and I'm barely getting off the ground. I was like, this is bullshit. This is just embarrassing for me.
so you would but not go.
Yeah, I'd kind of just like bounce up and down on it.
Yeah,
It was unfair, is what it was.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I tried using ours, and it just sunk and no rebound.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything over like 200 pounds, I don't think it rebounds. So, now if you guys are so new, we'll swing it way back over to actually talk about your brewery and everything.
Oh, we're gonna segue. Okay.
Yeah,
go ahead.
you guys are so new that if you Google Maps and zoom in enough, you turn into dirt, just a dirt
Yeah.
patch.
It's, I think we're 9 months old now. I think we just hit 9 months.
How old is Hazel?
Hazel is 9.5 months.
Huh.
So I was birthing my baby as you were birthing your brewery.
Right?
Yeah.
It's the same. It was the same.
It's exactly the same.
All right, so if you were in Abilene for a handful of years, 7 years or so before you opened the brewery, how did you meet everybody, and how did y'all come up with the idea of opening up the old brewery?
Well, I ended up staying in Abilene because I met a girl. We got married,
Yeah.
and I kept home brewing. I never stopped home brewing. My dad taught me, he didn't teach me to make beer when I was 16, but I was helping him home brew from the time I was 16 all through college. And then I just I started hanging out with the local homebrew club, and a bunch of us were homebrewing together, 3 of us, and everyone kept saying, "You guys should open a brewery. You guys should open a brewery." And that's in my brain. That's what you tell every homebrewer. Just it's like a really fun compliment. Oh, this was really good. You should open a brewery.
Mm-hmm.
It's just something people say. And then one day we were like, "What if we did open a brewery?" And we formed an LLC. And then the next thing you know, we'd signed papers on a building. And it seemed like a joke that got really out of hand, and that we just kind of like boxed ourselves in and had to do it. But yeah, I mean, it just kind of happened. It was just a group of us guys homebrewing together, and essentially just dicking around, and it just grew into something that is a lot more fun than we thought. We thought it was gonna be a lot more work. I mean, it is a lot of work, but it's fun. It's not like a traditional job. And
Yeah. How many breweries do you guys have there in Abilene?
3 officially, yeah.
Okay.
So there's us, Pappy Slocum Brewing, and then Brick and Forge.
Now,
Okay.
Brick and Forge, is that the homebrew store?
No, it's actually a little pizza place.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was trying to look at my. I have a map for all the Texas breweries,
Yeah.
and I was like trying to figure out where I was going to go when I was driving into Abilene. And now, Pappy Slocum, are they? How long are they open? I don't even. I mean.
Yeah, I mean they're 3 years old. They're our best friends. We bought Wicked Beavers equipment when they closed.
Okay.
A few years ago, about a year and a half ago, and so we bought all this equipment, all these fermenters and bright tanks, and we didn't have a building at that point.
Mhm.
We just were like, hey, this is a really good deal, and he was just kind of wanting them to go away, and so we stole them from him, and we realized that we don't have anywhere to put these tanks, and there's no like storage facilities in Abilene that are tall enough to house one of our fermenters. So we were kind of up shit's creek, and so we called Pappy's and I'm like, hey man, like, do you have like a corner of your brewery where we can just like set our shit for a while? And so they did. They stored all our fermenters and bright tanks and brew house and everything, and they didn't charge us, and they're super guys, and they make pretty great beer.
That's cool. That's cool. I love that. I love the whole. How's the reception been there in Abilene? I mean, y'all had a pretty good crowd when I came in, and it was cold outside too. But how's the reception been?
It's been good. I mean, like, we're out here in West Texas, and so everybody wants their Currs. And it's just a different kind of battle than I guess it is in Houston and Austin and DFW, because we have to convince people that you can drink better beer for $4 or $5 a pint rather than paying your $2 for your Coors Light or Bud Light.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's like the main battle is just, this is not what I've drank my whole life, and I don't want to change. And we're like, well, what if you did? And so if we could just get people to try it, the reception's been awesome, and we get busier and busier every month, and more people kind of jump on the craft train out here in West Texas. So
That's cool. I love hearing that. I love that it's spreading out. The beer I got to take with me that night and drink in the dark in the hotel room while my wife and kids slept was your IPA, Hop Jalopy.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of your core beers?
yeah, like one of the main 4. Yeah.
What do you prefer? What's your wheelhouse? If you get to pick anything to brew, like, is it gonna lean more towards the hoppy side, or what do you like?
For me, like, if it's up to me, I want like traditional English stuff, English dark milds, anything like that. Something extremely sessionable, malty. That's just kind of what I like. Which we've actually done really well with that sort of stuff out here. I made an English dark mild for me while I brewed, to drink while I brew, and it's like 3%. And we were short on beer one day, so we put a keg on tap, and people lost their minds over it. So like that's kind of our wheelhouse out here. Is people are still kind of afraid of hops.
Yeah.
And there's just like the overarching statement, I don't like IPAs, because they're bitter. And so we're working towards explaining people that IPA does not mean bitter, hoppy does not mean bitter, that those are different things. And so, I mean, we actually have transitioned a lot of people over, and our IPA is pretty approachable. mostly flavor and aroma additions. It's not a bitter IPA, but it's what we have to do to kind of transition people over into drinking more traditional IPAs and what we think of as a good IPA today in America.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you guys also had a food truck out there when I was there. Cool
Yeah.
patio. Do y'all have a lot of food trucks in that? How big is Abilene?
We have a lot of food trucks in Abilene. We're 140,000 people, I think.
Okay.
So we're not tiny, but we have a lot of food trucks, an unreasonable amount. So it's for the size of our town, we have an absurd amount of food
Somebody should
trucks.
do an investigative report on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Well, I
some
think
some sort of a mob, like they're siphoning
Yeah,
something out.
what's
Like,
what else is happening there in Abilene?
right.
Yeah,
Uh,
I want to know.
I think everybody just saw it as like a get rich quick scheme.
Well,
like, oh, I'll
it
just
seems
open
like
a food
it's
truck.
an easier option than opening a brick and mortar. You can just like throw a stove in a truck and serve up
That's-
some grilled cheese.
mhm.
Yeah.
If I have to eat at another grilled cheese food truck, I swear to God. I'm like, I can make grilled cheese at home. I don't understand this.
That's the most popular food truck in Abilene.
Right? I can
Toasted
do this
Trevor.
at home. I can make this at home.
But I cut your mic because you were like, ugh. So go ahead. Then you have to make it at home, is what he
Yeah,
said. Yeah,
yeah.
we know that.
Yeah. Okay, I'm stepping away for 1 minute. I'll be right back.
Okay. Now, the thing is, I mean, a grilled cheese, though, it hits like the best parts. It's like, the grill crunchy and then the gooey
Yeah.
cheese and the salty and the
I don't have the skills to make like a perfect grilled cheese every time,
Mm-hmm.
but I know I can pay $6 and someone can do it every time.
Yeah.
But me, it's just hedging my bets that I'm going to get a perfect grilled cheese every time. And if it's not perfect, then I just say, hey, like this isn't as good as it was last time. What's up?
Yeah. Which of your beers would you pair with the perfect grilled cheese?
I don't know, I've never thought-
I like
never
how the
thought about that.
contemplation into this. Like, that's a deep thought question.
I really like pairing beer and food. It's like one of my hobbies. We have people over for dinner,
Mhm.
and like we do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the stout will be pretty good with it.
Yeah.
But I just like roasty, toasty, fatty, all that kind of stuff playing together.
Yeah. Put that on a T-shirt. Roasty, toasty, fatty. I don't know. Anyway, so reception has been good. You guys, all right. Your compatriots there at the brewery, were they home brewers before you guys met? And was that how you just all came about, or just?
Yeah, that's how we all met, was in the homebrew club, and just kind of started brewing together because we all had the same sorts of schedules.
Mhm.
And so instead of brewing alone in our individual garages, we just kind of all went over to one place and brewed together.
That's good. It gets sad when you're all by yourself. I mean, it's like you're
Yeah,
doing
it-
something cool,
it does
but
get sad.
it's like when I have to drink alone. Kennedy
In the dark.
in the dark. Kennedy lives all the way across town, and so and I get off at midnight, so I have to drink alone. And it's I mean, I do it. I man
of
up.
course.
I man up. It's what you do.
Yeah,
But-
you're not a quitter.
I'm not a quitter.
You're a quitter. You're an American.
Yeah, Texan, damn it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drink that beer. So anyway, what are some of your other beers? What if somebody's coming into Abilene, like maybe they're driving out west, or maybe they're just coming to visit the beautiful town of Abilene, Texas, in the Chamber of Commerce? If you'd like to get more of that kind of a plug, just let us know here on Liquid Lunch. But anyway, if they were going to drive out to Abilene, what would you like? First of all, your flight deck, your flight apparatus.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Who came up with that?
One of the other business partners, Alex Nicolato, he's a woodworker.
Mhm.
That's what his hobby is, and pretty much he built everything in our brewery because we couldn't afford to pay somebody to do it. So
That
he
looks
just did
great.
it. But he's just really crafty and handy like that, and he hates when flights come out and like if 3 people at a table want to have a flight and you just have like all these planks going across the table.
Mm-hmm.
It just for some reason drives him nuts, and so he said, I'm going to make the flight go vertical instead of horizontal.
Yeah, you could do a vertical flight if you wanted to, or Just
Right?
a vertical. But it's a really. Can you find the? Do you know? Can you find the picture on their website? Can you pull that up so everybody can see this mastery of?
Is there a
Flight
picture of a vertical flight on your?
Right there.
Oh, there.
Ah,
Oh,
look at that. Look
oh,
at that,
that
Catherine.
is cool.
It is cool. It makes so much sense when you're at a
Yeah.
table with other people and like you got your food in front of you and all that. And it's like, what am I trying? We were just talking about the brilliance of their vertical flight, Catherine. Yeah, I like that. The handmade, all of those.
Yeah. He made every single one of them.
Yeah.
Those are cool.
Yeah. What kind of wood is that on the bottom? Do we know? Is that like Abilene
mesquite.
cherry? Oh, mesquite.
It's mesquite.
Anyway, it's great. You get your table real estate and your beers.
Yeah.
So
That was kind of the whole idea is freeing up table space.
yeah, so you can put more grilled cheeses out there, Catherine.
Yeah, just more grilled cheeses.
Swear
on
to
there.
God.
Do you ever change up the cheese, Catherine? I mean, there's a lot of variety.
Of course. But let me just tell you, there's nothing worse than going up to a food truck and ordering something and not realizing it's a grilled cheese truck, and then being like, "This is not." I ordered macaroni and cheese, but it's in 2 slices of bread.
Oh,
Like, it's just so crazy to me.
okay. So you didn't do your due diligence, is what you're saying?
No, that's what
Ever.
it comes
Like, there's
down
just
to.
too many of those trucks.
Yeah,
It's not like they would just put mac and cheese on the menu and not tell you it was in between 2 slices of bread.
yeah.
They did, but I'm just assuming that not every truck there is grilled cheese.
You know,
Well, that's where you're wrong.
Yeah,
What-
that's where I'm wrong, obviously.
I'll say though, for a grilled cheese, it's like a sandwich is a very doable food truck type food, especially if you're at a
Yeah.
brewery.
Right.
Uh,
No, it's fine and it's delicious, but like, let's just scale it down by 300 trucks.
okay.
Is all I'm
You know what? The market will weed those people out. I think.
Hopefully,
Yeah. Yeah.
Over time.
over time.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
It'll be the grilled cheese truck bubble will burst at some point.
Hopefully.
That and Bitcoin can only go so high.
Do you think it's like West Side Story with the grilled cheese trucks?
Yeah.
Right?
it's-
Like, you
people
can't
talk
roll
about-
it on my grilled cheese turf.
People talk about the craft beer bubble. Really, we should be talking about the
grilled
grilled
cheese
cheese
bubble.
truck bubble.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're just all talking shit about each other.
Yeah.
How many is too many? We know we have more grilled cheese trucks than any other time in America.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Big grilled cheese is going to come in,
Buy up the big ones.
right?
Yeah.
Buy up all the cheese.
Oh yeah, like Gruyere out here is like hard to come by.
Yeah. You know?
Like the Gruyere market has just,
it's
it's hard to keep up with.
crazy.
I don't even.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Do you not? Okay. Well, when you find out that it's a grilled cheese sandwich, don't you get like some meat thrown on there, like a slice of
Yeah,
bacon?
well, of course, that's the only way to redeem that shit.
Yeah.
Because, like, I'm not going to spend $10 for a cheese sandwich.
Right. So then it
Go
just
ahead
becomes a
on that.
sandwich with cheese. That's grilled.
Like, if it's got brisket or pulled pork or something, okay, fine.
Yeah. There's room for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite? What's your favorite cheese, Kennedy? I know you eat a lot of cheese.
I do eat a lot of cheese.
I know. I can
Uh,
tell. You can tell. Just you look like a guy that would not.
Sounds
It's not.
creepy when you say it like that.
I
though.
don't
Just
know.
a heads up.
Yeah.
It's not an insult. I'm just saying.
That's his-
Are you sure you're not insulting me?
No.
Alright.
But when I look at you, I'm like, this dude eats a lot of cheese.
Yeah.
I do eat a lot of cheese. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
as he looks away wistfully, just
I love
Man,
cheese.
I want to say my favorite cheese is like a nice, good Swiss cheese.
So
Really?
I love Swiss
Of all
cheese.
the cheeses for you to
Yeah.
choose, Swiss cheese is great, but
No, it's more
tangy.
than great.
It's tangy. He likes the tang and the
Yeah.
holes.
he likes the mustiness of
The
the
musty,
Swiss.
tangy holes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His
I mean,
favorite.
I'm all about the musty, tangy holes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever I can find one of those, you know.
Yeah.
Somebody save that
I'm
sound
happy.
clip.
I'm happy. It's my happy place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put that on a T-shirt. That's what we need, Catherine. Instead of the breakfast tacos, maybe we do a new grilled cheese line of Barbacoa Apparel T-shirts.
Yeah.
And one could have
Eh,
Swiss,
I'll bring it up to the team, but I wouldn't hold your breath.
musky, tangy holes.
Yeah.
And
Musky,
you
tangy
you
holes,
throw
yeah,
that out on the table,
My
they're
mom
gonna be
would
like,
love that one.
print that.
Yeah,
Print
she would
that.
be. We have a sticker now that says we have a road here called Babcock,
Uh-huh.
and we printed the sticker of the roadside, and we kind of blurred out cock just a little bit, just to make it seem real salacious. And my
Mhm.
mom was like, "Why is that even necessary?
I love
Is
your
this
mom.
the only way you can make money is to sell these disgusting stickers?" And I was like, "Mom, it's a road. It's a street. It's a street in our town. It's where we live. It's here." She's like, "But it doesn't look like that. You don't drive down Babcock and that word is blurred out a little bit."
But you think it's highlighted?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, come on. Let's just embrace the cock. I don't understand.
Just grab a hold of it, you know?
Yeah. she's
Grab a
like,
hold of that cock and
"That's
do not.
my money, lady. I don't understand that."
Yeah, it's part of your culture. Just
Yeah.
Grab it and don't let go.
Yeah.
Bring
Just
it.
a quick heads up, guys. I just got the 5-minute
Uh-oh.
from my meeting
All right.
attendees.
Okay, well let's do the let's give the Abilene Chamber a bit of a plug. What are some of the best things to do in Abilene, Texas? Maybe around the holidays, maybe during the summer. Do you have any like festivals or anything like that? What do people need to know other than Sock Dolliger Brewing Company?
We've got a pretty cool like West Texas country concert that goes on this time of year called Outlaws and Legends.
Nice.
We've got a pretty bitchin' hot air balloon fest.
Whoa.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
Yeah, that's cool.
And we are the Texas storybook capital of the world, so there's just a shit ton of stuff to do with kids here.
Oh.
If you're like a small family and you want to go
Catherine?
somewhere and just kind of cater to your kids,
He said
it's
small.
pretty close. Abilene's kind of the perfect town for it.
Really?
Because we just have a shit ton of stuff for kids to do.
Maybe, Catherine, I'm thinking road trip, right? We
And
pack
it's all free.
I mean, do you guys have breakfast tacos or is it just burritos?
Sure.
It's just burritos. It's just burritos. See, this is the problem.
it's a grilled cheese. It's
This
a
is
grilled
why
cheese
we
on a
don't go road
tortilla.
tripping. This is why we don't go road
Yeah,
tripping.
they call that a torta.
No, they put the grilled cheese on a tortilla.
Yeah, that's a quesadilla.
Grilled cheese breakfast taco. Anyway,
Okay.
all right.
Well, we might come. We might stop by.
We should
If
do
you
it.
see me and like 15 kids, that's my family.
That's your family.
Yeah. Between now, like what if it's like 4 weeks from now? Yeah, that'll be.
Yeah, let's say we go at another 6 months, we'll have at least another 3 kids by then. So.
Yeah.
She's a fertile one there, James. Anyway, well, James, we won't keep you much longer, but I just want to say thank you so much for making your debut on Liquid Lunch.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me.
And
James,
thank
can't wait to get out there.
yeah,
Come hang out.
thanks for making delicious beer out in Abilene. Everybody, if you get a chance to make it out to beautiful Abilene, stop by the brewery there. It's kind of just off the beaten path, just right off, tucked
Off
back.
the beaten path in Abilene,
Yeah, so which means like you go to Main Street and then take a left,
you take a left.
and then it's right there.
Yeah.
So it's
Just
right.
A little off the center of town.
That's right. That's right. But cool, awesome, like all hand-built tap room and vertical flight and delicious beer and great people like James, as you see right here. So, James, thank you so much for being
Thank
a
you,
part of the
guys.
show today. All right, everybody. Sock Dolliger Brewing Company, Abilene, Texas, 720 China Street, Abilene, Texas. Check out, they're on Instagram, Sock Dolliger BC. And, yeah, there you go. Follow them on Instagram and Facebook. All right.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Have fun at the meeting. Tell everybody we said hey.
We will.
All right. There he is. There we go.
Yeah.
So first Abilene brewery guest on the show.
It's exciting.
We need a map of Texas in here, Kennedy, and then we can put pins
A little
on
dot.
where we've covered.
Yeah.
That's as far west as we've gone, right? What's further west, Corpus or Abilene? I'm guessing it's Abilene.
No, Corpus is not west at all.
It's south though.
Corpus is like 45 minutes from my house.
Right. It's west,
Okay.
No, it's south.
No? but it's west.
It's a little west.
Hold on, I'm pulling up a map.
It's pretty much south. Dude,
But it's west.
I used to live.
But it's
I'm from
west.
Corpus Christi. I know exactly where Corpus is.
I know, south,
Yeah.
west, up here.
Are you from Corpus for real, Kennedy?
Yeah.
I
For
did not
reals.
know that.
It doesn't surprise me that he's from like a beach town.
Really?
Beach town
dude?
is either- it's
Yeah,
like-
bro.
It's
Were you sad about Selena? Was that a hard day for you?
If I'm gonna be completely honest,
Yeah.
You're gonna say yes.
I never heard about her until she was
Okay.
killed.
All right.
And I'm even from Corpus Christi.
That's weird, but okay.
all right.
Yeah.
Here we go. Corpus. Where's Abilene? Corpus is further well, okay. It's not as far west as San Antonio. All right, but and Abilene is a little west. It's mostly north, Catherine. You'd head north, north
Yeah.
and slightly west.
Yeah, I want to go now, but I tend to try to avoid that upper region of Texas.
It's not even that upper though. I wish
No?
we need an interactive map for the
Yeah.
for 2018 interactive map. Let's work on that, Kennedy.
Okay.
I'm all ready to jump in on some. Now that I zoom out, it is pretty far. Closer to Fort Worth. If you're in Fort Worth, it's not that far. It's only like an hour and a half from Fort Worth. 2 hours, 3 hours. I don't know. It's not. Texas is big. I'm sorry.
It's huge.
It's huge.
It's too big, if you ask me.
Is it too big?
It's a little big.
Yeah.
It's too big if you're on a road trip.
Not if
There's
you have
too
a.
much.
It's
There's too much anticipation to like cross over to the next state, and it takes like a day and a half to get there.
Well, definitely depends on where you're starting, but yeah, of course.
It's,
Yeah, if you're where you are, smack dab in the middle.
Yeah.
Any other state's far.
Difficult to get anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's probably too big if you got a car full of kids.
yeah.
It is too big if you've got a car full of kids, Kennedy. Thank you.
Or
Thank
two
you for
car fulls
recognizing
of
that.
kids.
Yeah.
Because you've got 15 bathroom stops between there and
oh.
the state line.
Yeah, you're kind of in a good spot though. I guess you're kind of in sweet. We still have diapers on board, so you can push those.
For the little one.
Yeah.
But I have bigger kids.
Well, yeah, but they should be at
Your
least to
diaper?
like a 2-hour, 3-hour window.
No, yeah, they're not stopping every minute, but
Yeah.
there are still stops.
Yeah, you're about to be back into that hour and a half stop. Especially if you start the potty.
I'm gonna just mute for 1 second. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, I'll talk to Kennedy about things.
Okay.
Oh, she's on the phone.
Oh, I wish she would.
She's big timing us. It's her agent.
I wish she would have.
You've really got to get away from the. Here, I'm going to
Yeah.
be the guy on the other end of the phone. Now keep it there.
No.
Yeah, you've really got to get away from these guys. They're really dragging you down. Is what's
All right, I'll
happening.
be Catherine. You can be.
Yeah. No.
be- you
Listen,
be- you
listen,
be the
Catherine.
phone
Listen,
guy.
Catherine. Look at these guys. You bring this talent to the show, and they just step all over it,
Uh-huh.
talking about their Tinder dates and their grilled cheese, with their dump stickers and their lights. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So.
All right, I'm back.
Oh, hey.
I'm sorry.
Tell me after the show.
We're in really scary times right now, guys.
Yeah.
They had a lockdown at my kid's school. They had an individual a couple weeks ago who was making threats,
Okay.
and they arrested that person.
Good.
And ever since then, they've had an armed person at the school and during recess. And like, what do? You still have to send your kids to school. Like, it's a difficult thing.
Mhm.
Anyway, they had a lockdown. They called right before we were starting the show, and then they just called back right now to say they had lifted it and that the individual had been apprehended. This is a different person or the same person. I don't know, but
What were they
I don't know.
doing? Just walking
I
around?
don't know. I don't know. It's scary stuff.
It's probably like a scout from one of those grilled cheese sandwiches. They're getting so
Probably. They were
desperate.
like, hey, go, Catherine's kids go to school.
Just shut her mouth. Shut her down.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I don't know. Scary stuff.
It is scary. It's wild.
But everything is good.
Good.
Everything's fine at the temple.
There you go. Very good. Very good. Oh, happy Hanukkah to all those
Happy Hanukkah. My kids are super excited. They don't celebrate Hanukkah at the school because the school's not
What?
affiliated with the temple, but they still acknowledge it, or like
Good.
it's on the walls and like all around.
Good.
So yeah, they were real excited about that.
Okay. Yeah. Are we Hey, the beer that you poured, was that the Brew of H that you poured?
Yes, it was.
Okay, I'm not
Yeah.
offended then. Let's pour up something.
What do you want?
Let's go negative space from our boys over at 11 Below. Have you had this one? This one's great, Catherine. I don't know if 11 Below
No.
distributes out to San Antonio yet, but it is fantastic. It is a stout. It's got some cinnamon and some vanilla in there, some other stuff, right? Had it out by the fire the other night while we watched Rocky IV, which is a
Ooh.
great Christmas movie.
Is it?
It is, yeah. The fight with the Russian is on Christmas.
Okay.
When's the last time you saw Rocky
do that.
IV?
I'll tell you what. I bought Elf
Uh-huh.
and Christmas Vacation. 'Cause
Yes.
I thought like, oh, how fun to watch with my kids.
Uh-huh.
And then Jason was like, "Do you really want to watch Christmas Vacation with the kids? Because
Mhm.
you
It's
haven't seen it in a long time."
It's a little.
And it's 80s PG-13. It's not.
It's PG, which it was pre PG-13.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So he
which
was
means
like, maybe let's pre-screen it before we watch it again with the kids.
yeah. I'm glad. Yeah, did you? And you did? Have you done it yet?
I haven't yet, but I was like, you know what, you're right, because
Yeah.
I made that mistake with something else, maybe Uncle Buck or something. That I was like, hey, I love this movie, come sit with me, and then I was like, oh my god, they said shit like 4 times.
Yes. Yeah. The shit flies in those movies.
And boobs.
Boobs just kind of pop out. Yeah. Well, maybe not in the PG.
Yeah.
But you'll get a lot of cleavage and maybe a butt.
Yeah, like there's some stuff in there that you're like, oh wait, I didn't realize that my parents were exposing me to this at such an early
Yeah,
age.
we watched all those movies.
We did, and now it feels so bad and wrong to watch it with my kids.
But at the same time, somebody's upset. Is that the Chihuahua?
That is, hey, there's nobody there.
She loves Uncle Buck.
She just barks at the door randomly, and there's nothing there.
Could be Santa.
Could be.
He's watching. I'll be so glad when those elves. I hope this is. I don't want my children to grow up too fast, but if this is the last year of the elves, I'm okay with that.
Now, is your elf getting into real serious trouble or just mild, cute trouble?
We have 2 elves. We have 2 elves. A girl and a boy, because last year the girls asked for a companion for Nicholas.
Oh, shit.
And so Nicholas got
Is
him.
Nicholas keeping his hands to himself? Are we going to find him on Facebook on a Facebook thread?
Well, here's the thing with
Mario
Nicholas.
Batali style.
Yeah. It's everybody.
It's literally, well, I could have told you that it was everybody before all this stuff even started. Like, as a female, like, trust me, it is everybody.
Is
With
it?
the exception of you and Kennedy.
Well,
But it is, like, everybody.
we're 3 hours apart. Sorry.
But you can tell that Mario Batali, come on, that ponytail, Josh.
I'll give you that. The ponytail. It's
He
and
looks like a hot tub guy.
yeah. He does look like a hot tub guy.
He looks like a bathrobe hot tub guy.
Yeah, and a hot tub looks like just a pasta boil going, just like
He
throws
just-
it all in there.
He's got some gnocchi in there
Yeah,
and a
he's
glass
like-
of wine.
Hey, find the noodle.
Yeah. That did not surprise me one bit.
Yeah.
Not one bit.
Yeah, but it bothers me because Molto Mario, that show back in the day, he would
Yeah.
it was super nerd, like he'd hand make all the pasta and
Well, he likes to use his hands.
I know.
And he was like, yeah, that actually does sound like stuff I would do.
Yeah, he said
That
that.
was his response.
Yeah, he's like, I don't remember it. I've done so much of it.
But you know what? Yeah, I am that guy.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah. I will say though that the Emerald show that they had on, was it Netflix or Amazon?
Yeah, I saw that. I found him to be quite annoying.
The one where they traveled.
Yeah.
Well, the one with Multi Mario was funny because it's like just random. Like they were sitting there in the restaurant and they were like, he goes, let's go try some of this food. He's like, yeah, let's get the, Multi Mario's like, yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. And they just kind of left that one
Yeah.
F-bomb in the middle of this cooking show. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I had to rewind it back a couple of times. Like, did he just, no, you know,
He did.
so
He did.
an eye for
did.
comedy, but I mean, so did Louis C.K. and
Yeah, none of it really surprised me, especially with comedians, because they're all kind of like dark and like that. There's no excuse ever.
No.
Okay?
No.
Ever, no matter who you are.
Yeah.
But it wasn't surprising to me that those things would happen in the comedy world.
Yeah, it's sad. It's just sad all the way around.
It's sad.
I just-
The problem is that it's been going on for so long, and there was no ramifications for it prior to this particular moment in time.
Mhm.
And so, of course, you're going to do the behaviors that and don't have
You
to
can get away with
apologize
it.
for.
Yeah. That beer's so good. Now, try a sip of that. Listen, Kenny's gonna do his mouth noise. Did you try?
I did.
Do it. Do it again. Listen to this, Catherine. Go. Oh yeah.
Was that it?
He's trying to keep it in.
Oh.
He can't. He can't. He's like, oh, he has to let it out. It's a really, really good beer. Hand me the can. I want to read about this. All my buddies at 11 Below, they're right over here by the house, or not that far. Let's see. Chocolate milk stout, Catherine. Extra fancy. Cocoa nibs.
Is it good? Is it good?
It's fantastic.
I find okay, good. That's good to know because I usually stay away from beers like that because I'm like, that's got a lot of quirkiness going on to it.
It's cocoa nibs, cinnamon, and ancho chilies, and they balance out.
Ooh, ancho chili.
Yeah, they balance out perfect. It's
Nice.
a moi.
Very nice.
It's a moi. Yeah. So yeah. 11 Below. I'd put this below and right in my tummy. Below my belt.
Nope.
Below your
You're gonna
nipples.
put it below your belt? It seems like a
Eventually,
weird-
it's gonna go.
That's a weird way to drink your beer. Okay.
gonna-
Gonna put it below his nipples.
Well, yeah,
Alright.
for sure. Right there. Anyway. What else? What are we gonna talk about? Kennedy and I might not have jobs anymore. So there's that.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that.
I figured, can we talk? Let's talk about this because
Yeah.
we don't normally talk about our work.
Yeah.
What are they gonna do now? Who knows? We're
Yay.
Fox we work for
Yay.
Fox Sports and they got bought out by Disney.
Yeah.
So it's either gonna be really fun in the next year
Yeah.
or we're gonna be doing Liquid Lunch full time.
You're either going to have to come to work dressed as a Disney princess
Done and done.
every day.
Out
You're
in the
gonna
open.
have to- in the mornings when they open up the building, they're going to take out this huge key.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be like all this twinkle music playing every morning,
Yeah.
or you'll have no job at all.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no middle ground at all.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll find out. Who knows? Who knows, Kennedy?
It's crazy right now because I feel like we only stream at our house. We don't have cable. But there are certain things about cable that I miss, like access to news. like
Yeah.
just background wallpaper news. You know what I mean?
Background noise.
Yeah.
You can stream that though. You can stream it.
And I do, but it's not the same. Like I want one person talking for an hour and a half. I don't want like different clips of different people talking.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I think you can stream. There's places. We'll talk. I'll send you some links.
Okay.
And
I
you-
watch a lot of like HBO Vice at night because they do like a nightly news show, and so like I'll watch that every night, and it gives me like kind of a sum up. And I listen to NPR all day, so I guess it's fine. I'm totally informed, but I do miss having and like sports. We can't watch like the Spurs games and stuff are not as easily accessible to us on the television.
Until
You gotta have
le-
Fox Sports.
Well,
Yeah, we
you
don't
did.
have that. Like
Le-
most of the stuff that we want to stream on TV, you have to have a cable subscription for.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Well, this year, or next year, 18. This year was the change up because YouTube TV. We're streaming live on YouTube, so we'll give this plug to YouTube TV. It's like $35 a month. You get all the sports channels, all the
Okay.
broadcast networks.
Okay.
You know, if you want.
Yeah.
So it's much cheaper than cable at $120 a month.
Right.
So there's that option, and there's no contracts. You do it for as long as you want it, and then so if you only want to do it for basketball season, you can.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah.
So that changes everything. Hulu does the same thing, which Disney now owns 60% of. Probably will own
Right.
the whole thing soon. But yeah, the age of cable and satellite, that's done. It's done. And this show is where it's a benefit. You know, we're broadcasting from my house or
Yeah.
streaming from and you're in San Antonio, and James
Yeah.
was just in Abilene.
Yeah, it's exciting stuff.
Yeah, if we messaged him right now, we could listen in on the Abilene Chamber of Commerce, meeting. Like, can you
Right.
imagine the salacious details going on?
They're coming out. Mhm.
Yeah, like Abilene's inner workings.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
cogs and the wheels of
Yes.
Abilene.
Yeah, it's a wild time. Yeah. So, speaking of, hey Preston's watching, and Jeffrey and Aaron and some others. Who else?
Hello.
Yeah. So hey, Cruising Cooler and yep, Brock McGrock. So anyway, thank you guys all for watching. Share it if you hadn't shared. Most people have shared it. So, and if you're watching this later, share it again. But anyway, so it's wide open. There's so much like freedom now. So, maybe we do this show 4 days a week. Would anybody listen 4 days a week? We just go all in.
Maybe.
I think everyone would listen.
If we got the time. If
I
you're,
think at least these 4 people would listen.
yeah. Well, you know what? I've read a book where you just need a small, dedicated audience to really get something going.
Small dedicated audience.
Yeah.
Of 4.
It depends on it's the level. You have to balance out the level of the number of people versus the level of dedication. So if you have like 4 people, not including us, and like super dedicated, like one of them is George Soros or now Rupert Murdoch with all that extra money he's got.
Yeah.
We'd be
Yeah.
fine. We'd be fine.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the season that we do when you and Kennedy are unemployed. I'm predicting a lot of facial hair,
Yeah.
a lot of like maybe letting this hair up here go a little bit, a lot of just
Done.
sweatpants.
Started sweatpants for
Maybe
sure.
Just come in eating fried chicken.
It's Lucky
Maybe
Charms,
some
but
tears.
Can't
you
afford
know.
haircuts anymore.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that season.
oh, it's gonna be.
So
We're gonna need 3 candles. We're gonna need to double up on some candles to
Yeah.
cover up that funk. But
Yeah.
have you watched The Punisher yet on Netflix?
no,
did.
I have not
First of all, very good.
really.
Meh.
I
What did
was
you
a
like
big
about it?
fan of Punisher
Why not?
because it was way too toned down for me. Like the Punisher, he's known for shooting a lot of people.
He did shoot a lot of people.
No, not really.
They didn't let it get too
No.
cartoony. They had one moment
No.
where it got a little cartoony.
Yeah, but that's what.
That's
but
what you like?
That's what you're looking for.
Oh,
in
I
a
don't want
Punisher.
that. I don't want that.
No,
Yeah.
it was like a big, like government
You want more
conspiracy.
violence, and Josh wants less violence.
I don't mind the violence if it makes sense. Like
Okay, you know something just like random.
no, I don't even mind random violence. I don't like the the whole like Rambo. He suits up like he had to spray paint his chest guard again and then just start murdering folks.
Yeah,
It's like that's silly because he would get shot. I mean, he got shot a lot, but it's just.
but that's what the Punisher is. He
I like the build. I want to see more build up
he
to it.
shoots a bunch of people
Yeah.
And there are some high body counts, and that's
Yeah.
what you expect.
But
from the
like okay, so
Punisher.
during Daredevil, he got
not to become this like family guy and stuff that he was.
no. He
it's
wasn't
just-
becoming a fan. He's always been a family guy. That's what started. They murdered his family, Catherine. They murdered his family.
I know, but then he's trying to help. They spent way too much time on Micro's family and
Yeah, I
it's
disagree.
touchy feely
Disagree.
stuff.
I thought that was the more interesting part of it. But anyway,
I wanted more blood and guts. Put it that
there's
way.
other places to get blood and guts.
No,
I like the slow build.
I wanted blood and guts from the Punisher.
I want the build on how he like begins to really murder people, like to ramp up to that, not just start doing it like, oh, I've had this ability all along, because he doesn't have superpowers. He's just a army guy,
Yeah.
and he's like Marine. He's murdering other, special forces type people. It shouldn't be that easy. Anyway, that's just my opinion, Catherine. I don't know how you feel about that sort of thing.
Well,
Right.
I feel like I don't want to embarrass you guys with the theories and large amounts of information I have on this topic. So
Yeah.
I'm going to bow out of this one. I think.
Okay.
Like when the Punisher was on Daredevil,
I wish he had murdered Daredevil.
he was awesome.
I wish, that's what
on
I'm
that
saying.
one.
Right.
That was
but
good.
That's believable because he caught everybody by surprise.
That was a good representation of the Punisher. There.
Yeah. Just rage, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, sorry, Catherine.
Just my 2 cents.
What have you watched lately that you would recommend? Anything?
Nothing. I've been forcing my kids to watch Christmas movies against their will, and I tried to watch The Crown.
Yeah.
I can't.
Oh, my
I'm not into
Kelly was
it.
watching
It's
that.
too,
and
like
Hoity-toity.
yeah, I'm not into it. What else? Oh, have you guys ever watched Last Man on Earth or?
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
With what's his name? Will.
Will Forte.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I really like.
That's an interesting thought. Like, what would you do if you were?
Yeah, like I feel like I probably would take that I'm doing nothing vibe and just Cheetos.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, yeah. Why not?
Doesn't he?
I mean, why not? I mean, you're not. There's nobody there.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't he fill like a kid's swimming pool up with
He does,
like
and
cheese dip?
Margarita. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's,
That's it. That's the life right there. And then that girl comes in and she's like, "Oh, I can't believe you've been living this way." And I'm like, "There's nobody else on earth.
Yeah.
Who are you trying to impress?"
He just poops in the swimming pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why not?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I mean,
because you got
makes
other
sense.
swimming pools.
all right. They're
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's so much that you could probably get by with for a while, right?
What do
Oh,
you mean for a
processed
while?
food forever.
Right?
Like,
Forever.
Twinkies don't go away.
Yeah.
And why do you want to hang around anyway? You're gonna end up like breaking a bone or getting
Yeah.
mauled by a bear, and then
Yeah.
it's over. So might as well just live how you want to live. While you got,
Yeah.
if you're the last person.
Last one.
Yeah. Speaking of wildlife, I saw 2 coyotes on the way home from work last night.
Ooh.
Yeah, they were.
How
And they,
was that? Was that your first like real life coyote sighting, or you've been in this situation before?
I'm not sure. I mean, I've seen like wildlife at the zoo, but like
no,
out
yeah, of course.
and I've
but,
seen-
like, out on the street.
in our neighborhood. Yeah, it was like in my neighborhood on the highway.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah, they were
Be careful
crossing
with
the
your
highway.
dogs, right? Because don't they like sometimes?
They can. I've actually done some research on coyotes
Okay.
because
Since you saw them.
yes. Well, it's funny. Like yes, I've come across some coyote information. I just
They're
kind of was like
small
I was
dogs.
intrigued. No, they're big and they will
They're not that
will
big.
fuck you up. But they don't typically kill for sport. They kill for like territorial reasons.
Okay.
And yeah.
Well, I mean, my pugs are pretty intimidating, so I could see how that could be a turf war.
Yes, or if the mom has pups around. So
Okay.
they're very protective. But they're the most adaptable animal. Basically, they're everywhere in North America. They're amazing.
So they can adapt to any climate.
Any
and, like,
climate, yeah. They've bred with wolves. So you have like coy wolves, and they've hunted because normally coyotes were always kind of loners, but coy wolves will run in packs, and so they have all the feistiness of a coyote, but all the power of a wolf and the
Oh, nice. That sounds wonderful. That
Yeah.
sounds delightful.
and like in Georgia, I wish James was still here because in Georgia they decided they're just going to kill as many coyotes as they can. They actually perpetuated the problem because get this, when coyotes howl at
When
night.
they die, they multiply.
Yes, because when at night when they're howling, it's a roll call, and if they realize that somebody's not in their territory,
Okay.
the females will release more hormones. You know exactly what I'm
Have
talking
more
about, Catherine,
babies.
and have more like go from a litter of 2 or 3 to like 5 to
Oh,
7.
Yeah. Well, that is basically how it happened for me. So.
Jason was out there
Roughly.
howling. Ow!
Yeah. Yeah. And then I'm like, oh God, what is that tingling?
He just
Baby
howled
forming.
those ovaries into
How weird is
overdrive.
that?
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, I love this. I love this negative space. That's what I'm
Oh.
talking about, Hazel Basil.
Mama.
So I've got an interesting story.
Okay.
So
Oh, was I supposed to? Is this the one I'm supposed to ask about?
yeah.
Oh, nice segue. While Catherine does Catherine need to be here to hear it? Is it? Should we
no,
wait? We can
no.
talk about other stuff.
No, this is cool because it's more of a Houston related thing.
Well, hold on. Aaron commented that there's some impressive beards on this episode between myself and James,
Yeah, not
and
me.
maybe Catherine. I don't know, but
Not me.
thank you, Aaron.
Yeah.
Impressive listeners on this episode as well. All right.
Yeah. So last night I went to the conservatory.
Okay.
Have you ever been there?
I have not.
Man, it is really cool.
What part of town is it?
It's in the heart of downtown Houston.
Perfect. Is that the underground?
Yeah. So it's like this little underground. It's a really old building. It's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
There's tons of like different food places there. There's
Go on.
pho. There's barbecue,
Ooh.
tuna bowls.
Tuna
What
bowls.
else?
No grilled cheese, I bet.
I bet there's grilled cheese in there somewhere. Yeah.
Not overdone.
No, really cool place. They have like vintage video games, like quarter operator ones. But the best part I thought was, and I don't know if they sell these, but the staff shirts, like the guys going around cleaning off the tables and stuff.
Yeah.
So they had the shirt that I really want.
What did it say?
All right. So do you remember Isaiah Warner?
Football player at
No.
Penn State?
No. From the Carbach takeover. The
Oh.
udder.
Yeah.
All right. So the shirts has his picture on it, and
Mhm.
it says utter unacceptable.
That's fantastic. I wish we had that on a drop.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's fantastic.
His picture utter unacceptable.
I wonder
And
if he's
was like,
getting a kickback.
I don't know if he is or not.
Should be.
I mean, he's kind of became like a legend in
Yeah.
his own way.
No, yeah, no,
By making up a word.
no. It's a beautiful word. Unacceptable is absolutely a word should be used daily, Catherine.
But they spelled
Yeah.
utter UTT.
My daughter has used it before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My 16-year-old, and I was like, I don't think that is. And then it stops you for a second because you're like, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm. Maybe
it
it's,
is.
maybe it's like Old English.
Maybe
Yeah.
there's a word out there that I don't know, but that's not normally how I would say it.
Yeah.
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 I bet you get all kinds of nuggets of wisdom from your 16-year-old.
Let me just tell you that you never learn less than when you're riding in the car with a 16-year-old
Yeah.
and she's arguing with you
Mm.
about real life.
Yeah. Like what are?
After she's woken up in a warm bedroom in bedding that she chose for herself.
Yes.
And then she gets up and she puts on a plaid skirt and has an array of makeup to choose from,
Mm-hmm.
to paint her face with.
Mm-hmm.
She gets driven by her mother to school.
Yeah.
Her bean
Sometimes
mother.
sometimes has a little Yeti of coffee with her,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Could eat breakfast or not, but it's a choice,
Yes.
not because of out of necessity.
Right.
And then all the way to school is crying about how she doesn't have something that somebody else has.
Mm. I mean,
You know
life.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, life is tough.
Yeah, and the life is hard. It's rough. It's rough stuff. And then if you try to remind her that she actually has a really great life, she goes, "Oh my god." That's the 16-year-old like reaction to everything.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
You're the worst. So she tells me that every day.
Really?
You know, you're really not as funny as you think you are. Is what she
That's
says.
not true. How
And I'm
dare
like, you're a liar. I know you're lying.
she?
I think she's true. I think it's true.
What? The Catherine isn't as funny as she thinks she is?
Yeah, I think she's a lot more funny than she
That's-
thinks she
Oh,
is.
oh,
Oh,
that's
I like
yeah,
that.
no, at 16, she doesn't think I'm funny at all. Sometimes I try to say things to her as she's opening the door so that just maybe her friends can hear the tail end of whatever nonsense it is that she's just said to me. That makes her real excited. She
Yeah.
loves that.
I can't wait. I can't
Yeah.
wait.
Yeah.
I've already done some embarrassing of my kids as the
Yeah.
you know. I can't wait till there's more.
My favorite is that after school, we roll up in the line and I roll down the window so that her brother can get her.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he just sticks his little head out and he's like, Caitlin! Not screaming. And you can see her face just turning like so red because she can't believe that I would unleash that on her.
Yeah.
But
That's-
you know, you need that. I think you need it.
you do need it.
It's an important part of
Yeah.
becoming a fully formed adult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kennedy didn't get enough of it, and look at what's going on in his life
what
now.
happened to me?
He just
Yeah,
pegs
you need
out
it.
all day.
You
And
need
just-
one parent who just reminds you every day that life could be worse.
Yeah, there could be coyotes like coming after you.
There could be all kinds of stuff happening,
Yeah.
all kinds. And we talk a lot about pregnancy and what that life would be like, and like all of it.
That is
All
so
of it.
scary. Yeah.
And she gets mad. She's like, "Why can't we just talk about something normal on the way to school?" And I'm like, "No, it's important to me that you fully understand this."
Yeah. No, it's actually the show. It's funny how, like, initially conservatives were really concerned with 16 and pregnant,
Yeah.
but that show, since it's since it came debuted, the instances of teen pregnancy has gone down significantly.
Well, yeah, because you didn't realize that when you have a baby at 16, then sometimes you have to become a stripper
Yes.
Yeah.
because somebody's got to buy that baby food.
Yeah.
Or MTV could just start showing live births.
Ugh.
That's what I'm saying. That's really what I think. should
Yeah.
happen.
That's where we missed out with TLC when they
Uh,
became just like the home improvement channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's live births that would knock that pregnancy rate way down.
Yeah.
That or just like a bill, like a budget for a month as a teen mom.
I'm really down for, and I feel like maybe there are other mothers out there that would like to start this, maybe research on this with me. But I'd really like to just shut off the menstrual cycle, like from 12 to 30, maybe.
30.
You know?
Yeah.
And just for their own good,
Yeah.
just be like, look, this isn't going to work for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and then like any intercourse or anything that happens is immediately followed by like a fake like outbreak of herpes or something.
Like virtual
Just a
virtual herpes.
reminder. Just a reminder, yeah.
Hey, AR is here. Augmented reality. You just put some
What
goggles
I'm
on them.
saying, I feel like we could make this happen.
The
Yeah.
the
All of
herpes
us be
app.
Much happier.
You get
Yeah.
that herpes app for your AR. Your
Im- Immediately, everything starts burning and itching, but
Just
just for a day.
immediately.
Just
Yeah.
for a
Just
day,
for a
though.
day.
Yeah.
Just a reminder.
easily done. A little cayenne pepper and a little spray of water.
Yeah.
That's all you need. Speaking of not herpes, but the other day I was doing some cooking, cut up a jalapeno. And I just got some new contacts.
no,
Can y'all
your
tell?
eye.
Can you tell that I can see a lot clearer?
Oh yes. That's
Anyway.
weird. It's weird that I can tell that you can see me clearer.
Yeah. No, I feel it's amazing. Like, just the detail of life. It's a beautiful thing. Like, look at those beers. Those look great. So anyway, forgot about the whole jalapeno oil stays on your hands, and then went to stick my fingers in my eyeballs to put some contacts in.
Ouch.
Yeah, it was fun for the next 15, 20 minutes.
Spicy contact.
Yeah, it wasn't full on like, eye swell shut, but it was a nice reminder of don't be an idiot. So,
Yeah.
there's a lot you could do with some hot peppers.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
It's a
What's
good
that?
idea, actually.
So if you didn't know this, on the bottom of the can of all back pew, they have little sayings.
What does that one say?
Supply and command, and then it has the brew date.
Okay.
You want to know the brew date?
Yeah.
10, 12, 17.
There you go. 2 months ago, 2 days ago. There you go. 62 days ago. That's still well within the range of a Bach. They make good beer over there, Catherine, at Back Pew in Porter.
Do they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. This is my favorite Bach.
Bobby Harrell and the crew. They're very, very good at what they do. They should open a professional brewery. Oh, wait, they did. All right. Did I hear your dog snoring?
If we go back, I hope it's in the summertime again.
Oh, man. We lost so much weight on that show.
Yeah.
What's your dog doing?
No, I was just going to say that she's snoring and she's not even asleep.
Gotta love those pugs. So what else do we want to talk about? We're already at 1 o'clock.
Should we get a little political today?
If you want to, go
I
for
mean,
it.
why not,
What's on your
right?
mind?
We're
This
already
is an
in it.
open forum.
I think that we should just have a small little smidgy pidge of conversation about Roy Moore in Alabama.
Okay, go on.
What happened there, right? Nobody saw that coming. I certainly didn't see that coming.
I haven't since the presidential election. I've kind of backed away from all political, not really paying attention to most of it.
Yeah, I did that before.
I just from that election, I'm not gonna even participate when both parties are super shitty.
Right.
And in that instance, I mean, they're both just, ugh. And it's in Alabama. But yeah, I'm glad he's not in.
I can honestly say that I woke up in the morning. I was like, okay, maybe there's a little hope for all of us.
Yeah, that like somebody like that just doesn't deserve to be.
It just doesn't make any sense to me. You can't have that many people come out against you and then be like, this isn't true. Like,
Yeah, the overall creep factor. There's something to that, but then at the same time, it's both sides, So
it is definitely both sides, and I think that the only way that things are going to change, not to get real serious, because I know that we try not to do this, but the only way that really anything is going to change in this country is if the middle starts to rise up a little bit and take more control over what's happening instead of just being complacent and letting both the other sides sort of like volley it back and forth.
Yeah, that's hard though, because and at least I know from my perspective, I'm just like less government the better. I'm one of those guys.
Well, that's true, but then at the same time, like if horrible things are happening right now.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's really been healthy for me just to be unengaged. I don't mean to not talk about the topic, but it's just, it's like that's like if I'm living I know things will affect like taxes and all that kind of stuff, but I mean, if I don't pay, it's almost like if I ignore it, it'll just go away kind of thing. It's been my approach, and so for like the last month, it's been great.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure it'll all come crashing down at some point, but I don't know, man. Just just LIVIN over here. Living.
Yeah.
Just trying not to, touch somebody inappropriately or.
Don't.
I know, right?
Is that really a struggle?
No, it's not a struggle.
You're like, I have to try to touch.
That's the thing. It's just not.
I never thought that I would be doing, because I guess I didn't really think about it that much until, not just lately, but for maybe a couple years now, is telling my son, because I always believe anyone that's accusing anybody of something like this, always. But I'm sure that there are some instances where maybe it's been exaggerated or misinterpreted or something. That you have to teach your sons, you have to always be aware.
Yeah. Well,
of your actions.
It's different now, because it used to be you kind of knew the creepy dude, like you knew the creepy guy in the neighborhood or in town or whatever.
Right.
Did y'all have you kind of knew the guy that was like, you don't. Like if he offers you a ride to wherever, or you just or if he wants to, talk to you too much. I don't know. There was why do you want to? I'm not that interesting. Maybe it's just self-awareness on everybody. You just need to know how uninteresting you are, perhaps. And if somebody takes too much interest in what you're saying, being married helps that a lot. I know I'm not that interested.
Having kids.
Having kids and everything else. I know I'm not. So if somebody takes too much interest in me, I mean, nobody's going to take.
Right.
I'm kind of past that. I'm not in that arena of having to. I'm more of the defender at this point. I have to watch out for others. And so that's a scary thing, because I have daughters, so I'm like.
Right. That is where it starts to get really scary.
Because I can't be with them at school all the time.
Yeah.
I can't.
No, I know.
And they need.
Just even discussing summer jobs for my daughter, and she was like, "Maybe I'll go work at the movie theater." And I was like, "No, I knew people that worked at the movie theater. There's a lot of pot smoking. That's not going to happen."
Yeah.
She's like, "Well, where then? Where do you want me to work?" And I'm like, "A church or."
Where does a girl work?
Work for mommy's business. That would be fun.
What about like Sonic? You never have to like.
Oh, have you seen the cooks in those kitchens?
No, I haven't. I don't know.
We're talking like massive neck tattoos.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
If I saw them, I would never eat there.
That's probably true. I was thinking that you have the car door between you and the people, but then yes,
I'm not worried about the patrons. I'm worried about the people she's working with, because those are the people she's spending the most time with.
Okay. Yeah. So, family business is always a good thing.
I think it's a perfect job.
Yeah, you just have to vet, I guess, who they're working for.
But are you actually going to pay her in dollars, money?
Yes, I will actually pay her in dollars. Yeah. Yes, I will. But she doesn't want to do it, because she said that she wants to experience other things, and I'm like, that's dumb.
What does she want to do? What's she into?
Hey, Well, she had an internship writing for a magazine last year.
Okay.
that she'll probably do again, and that's what she's into. And she wants to do filmmaking. And listen, when you're a certain age and you're like, oh, follow your dreams, and then you become my age and you're like, film, that sounds cool. Sure.
Yeah.
But you know that marketing and ad companies, they make films too.
Mhm.
You could do that kind of filmmaking because then you'd get a paycheck. Like, then we start having those conversations.
Yeah.
When I was 21, I really wanted to work in television,
See?
What
Oh, see? And you do, Kennedy.
and I do, and
Yeah.
I wish I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, man. Yeah, okay. Let's go around and let's talk about this real quick. If you could go back to the 16-year-old self, Catherine,
Yeah.
what 5 pieces of advice would you tell yourself?
I would say don't believe anything that boys say.
That's probably true.
Don't-
That's probably good advice.
Don't. I would say, what would I say? I would probably just say it's going to be worth it. I know it's hard, but it's worth it to push through those uncomfortable college years
Mm-hmm.
and go to class.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's such a small bucket of time.
Mm-hmm.
Just push through it and do it. And as long as you go, you're going to graduate.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to happen. But
That was my
yeah, those
problem.
are probably those are the most important things that I probably would say.
Okay, Kennedy, can you remember back that far? The 16-year-old self, other than wait for the will be here soon and it's going to change everything. What would you tell the 16-year-old?
Oh, yeah. I think Catherine nailed it. Go to class. at
Just go to
college.
Yeah,
class?
go to class.
Go to
I think
class. Apply yourself a little bit
you
better.
don't
to
realize
college.
at the time
Make
how
those grades.
easy it is to just
Yeah.
get up and go to class
Mm.
Yeah.
because you've got nothing else to do. So
Yeah.
why wouldn't you just get up and go to class? I don't know.
Maybe spend about half the time chasing girls.
See, and I would spend half the time being chased.
Yeah. Maybe only devote.
Chased or chased?
Both.
Half the time being chased, the other half
Yeah.
Yeah.
being chased.
Yeah.
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 I think this is such an awkward age because you're not an adult, but you still have all those weird adult feelings going on where you want to fall in love or you think that there are big things out there and you want to chase those things, and that's
Mhm.
awesome and you should, but
Yeah.
also at the same time.
Yeah.
Stay away from Bud Light.
See, that's
don't
where I
drink
go.
until you're legally of age to drink. I think it's probably something else.
You would have told yourself not to drink until your legal age?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
I don't think anything good ever came out of me downing a whole bottle of Boone's Farm.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Don't smoke.
Did you smoke for a time?
I did. I smoked. I mean, it was the 90s.
I didn't smoke.
Everybody I knew smoked, so I was a Marble Lights girl.
Marble Lights.
Uh-huh.
Back when
Yeah.
you could call it Marble Lights.
Were
Yeah.
you up to a pack a day?
I was a social smoker,
That doesn't
But-
really. That's
but
everybody
it's
did
still
that.
So you
if
didn't
I
really
could go back, I wouldn't do it.
Did you actually inhale?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I smoked all the way up until probably a year before I met Jason, which was not that long ago.
Ah.
Really?
Socially, not daily, but if I went out with my girlfriends and we were drinking.
So you were
I feel like there's so many things I've got to learn about Catherine. That was just one
Yeah,
of
it's
them.
gross,
I had
right?
no idea.
you were I only smoke when I'm drinking girl.
Yeah, I was
A lot of
I
people
only
do that.
smoked when I was
I
drinking.
run into those on
A lot
Yeah.
of people do that.
the apps.
You know what I would say to myself at 16? One, I'd say, okay, the girl that you got an obsessive crush on right now,
Yeah.
dude, don't sweat that.
Yeah.
Because in
There's gonna be a ton of them.
in a couple of years, the tables will be turned, and it's gonna be so sweet. So just, dude, don't even sweat that. Two, don't even worry with college. Don't even worry with it. There's this thing called the internet coming up. Because if you're thinking about doing radio, TV,
Oh, I see.
I'd be like, and I would tell myself about beer, like good beer, because I was already dabbling.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing: I was in a dry county with super religious area,
Yeah.
and we were still experimenting with all the beer at the not at 16, but when we were when 18, 19, when we were going to the county line, we would try all we were already experimental. Me and my buddy Keith, and we would already try it. So I would say, look, dude, drive to Memphis and then drive to St. Louis or whatever, go on some road trips. And this thing's gonna blow up. But then I think then my mind starts going. It's like, well, if you tell yourself that, then it could change the future of what you were doing. I'm like, all right, go back
Yeah.
and get the job where you met your wife.
That's the hard part too. Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
really want anything to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
you-
Hazel
you
doesn't
don't wanna-
like that. She's like, hey, whoa.
I
Yeah,
know the
you-
implications of this. I've seen Back to
Yeah.
the Future. I know.
You don't
Yeah.
want to change things leading up to Hazel.
No, that's
I didn't want to
see,
change any of that.
I would go
No,
do some
right.
adventures and come back and work where I met my wife and be like, all right, look, talk about these two things when you first meet her. Don't be so nervous. Because, man, I was so nervous the first time we actually talked. And, yeah. But do that whole goofy thing you did on your first date. That worked. She still talks about that, you know. But anyway,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I learned some stuff about your wife last week.
what?
Whoa.
I'm not going to repeat it.
Huh?
I'm
Whoa.
not going to repeat it.
What? What?
Because, you know, we had a 3-hour show.
Uh-huh.
You had a lot to drink.
Oh, did I talk about her pooping in a cooler?
Oh, you're gonna go
That's
there?
common knowledge. Everybody knows about her pooping in the cooler.
Oh God.
Catherine knows about it.
I did not know about that till this very moment.
Oh, where were you? No, okay. So
Hold on.
it was our first Christmas as a married couple. We'd been married for maybe 3 months, and we were driving to Arkansas on the
Hold on.
road.
Should I be stopping you right now?
No, I've told the story enough. But
She's
the
cool with
roads
this.
froze over, and so we were. It
Right.
was like wall-to-wall traffic from Little Rock all the way down to for what would normally be like an hour and a half drive. So, 60, 70 miles, and didn't have anywhere to go. So she had to poop in a cooler right there and next to me, one seat over. And
Did you pull her get after that, or?
no, I told her to throw it out the window. She had to
Oh,
actually
okay.
use she had a sweatshirt and a t-shirt on. And so she pulled the t-shirt off and used that as toilet paper because that's all we had.
Yeah.
And she stuffed that all in the cooler and closed it up, and she kind of sat there with it on her lap. I was like, you got to throw that out the window.
Yeah.
Because while it was going on.
Your
but-
DNA has got to be ejected from this situation.
yeah, you got to, because it was me and the dog, and we had our faces pressed up against the window, trying to make ourselves as far away from it as possible. And when she chunked it out, it went like 2 feet. And it had my dad's name and address on it.
Oh, good. Perfect.
So if somebody found it, they could ship it back.
Yeah.
Somebody picked up saw. Oh, sweet man! Somebody just threw away this perfectly good cooler.
Yeah, a little 6-pack cooler.
Yeah. Opened it up and like, oh,
Yeah. No. But anyway, yeah.
oh,
That was our first Christmas together as a married couple, and trapped in a vehicle
pooping.
and
In a
pooped
cooler.
in a cooler.
And look at you now.
Look at us now. Yeah. Always carry toilet paper. I've learned. I learned from that experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, ruined a T-shirt out of that.
Yeah.
I mean, I've held some stuff in for like, I have. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I love Jason very much, but I still can't poop with him in the bedroom.
You poop in your bedroom?
Like, no, I mean, like, we have a bathroom in our bedroom, and
Uh-huh.
I
You just
can't
lock
do
up?
it. Like,
Hold on,
he's
that's-
gotta. I've either got to go to the other bathroom or he's got to be gone.
There's a fan. Turn on the fan. It makes a lot of noise.
I can't do it.
Poopery?
He's, he's fine. He'll be in there for hours. Hours. Like, I think he's not even in the house anymore. Like, wait a minute.
Does he read? Does he read while he's on the toilet?
He's probably got his phone in there, I would
Yeah.
assume. I don't know. He's probably on Reddit or something.
Here's advice. Practical advice. Take
Yeah.
this Poopery. Have you seen the Poopery spray?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Works. Absolutely works.
Does it work?
Yes. There's
Okay, good to
it puts like this oil skim on the top of the toilet, and then it holds all the smell underneath the water. Then you flush it.
Yeah.
Courtesy flush, right? So
Yeah.
you might need to be like a 3 or 4 flusher.
Yeah.
I don't know what your
Well, I
diet
don't
is
have
like.
a gallbladder, so sometimes things go awry.
Okay. See, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what happens. I
Well,
imagine.
the courtesy flush is the key.
No, well, the Poopery, bro. There's some in the guest bathroom, so I know Schomburg hasn't utilized it, and I had no idea.
I've never.
He let me know later that I was going to destroy your bathroom, but the Poopery
Nice.
masked the whole thing.
Oh, I have yet to destroy your bathroom.
Well, don't do that. I'm saying you can if you absolutely need to. Just Poopery. Psst, 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 psst.
Nah, I'm
Good
poop
to
shy.
know.
There's only
Good
like a
to
couple
know.
places I can poop.
Right.
Me
No, me
too.
too.
I'm poop shy too. It's a thing, man.
It's absolutely a thing.
Like at work.
Oh, embarrassing time?
Oh God.
Most embarrassing time?
I hate pooping at work.
I can do it at hotel rooms because I'm like, all right, I'm in here. Well, we got into I checked in. This is the one time Kelly sent me, because normally I drive. Kelly runs in to check in. She sent me in because every once in a while she has to prove a point that I can do things too. And I'm like, there's a reason we figured out that the other way works is because I'm really bad at this. But if you want to push it, let's push it. So she's like, get in there, check in, and let's, whatever. So I had to go in. I checked in. So the front desk saw me. They knew what I looked like. And then we got to the bathroom, and I'm like, all right, we're fine, because I really had to go. And I was in there doing my business, and she was like, how much did this room cost? And I'm like, it's like, $130 a night or something like that. She goes, that's too expensive. The place down the street is way less. We need to go. This is not going to work. Well, it just so happens that my business was more than this toilet could handle. I pride myself on listen, I'm a man.
Okay.
And there needed to be a maintenance call made to this room.
And you were holding it for a while.
I'd been holding it for probably like 7 hours.
Yeah.
So anyway, had to make that march down to the front desk and be like, hey, we're gonna have to check out. This isn't buried. We can't afford your place, and you're gonna need to send a maintenance guy to the room. See you later. And because I was in there all 5 minutes, just long enough to and that was an embarrassing time. So anyway, I get comfortable in hotels,
you
but
didn't really need to tell them about the
I didn't.
maintenance.
No, well,
You probably could have just left. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
well, we had to check out. They had our credit card information.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, you might want to send in a crew. But anyway.
I mean, that job sucked.
Yeah, I would never want to work at a hotel. Can you imagine?
No, no, I don't even want to think about it. And don't even want to think about it.
Neither does Hazel.
Yeah.
No, Hazel's not into it either. Well, Hazel knows that she does it every day in her diaper.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's not poop shy at all.
There's some freedom there. I wish I was that guy.
She insists on making intense eye contact with me every time she poops. I don't understand why you have to look right into my eyes as your face is turning red.
The teardrop from because she's squeezing so hard.
She always every time like she can't believe it's happening. What is happening? Why is this happening? Every time.
Think about it. It's kind of a traumatic experience.
It is, and I can't imagine trying to go in a diaper because it's all up next to you. So.
No, good. Kennedy, what's that like?
Going in a diaper?
Yeah, you have recent experience.
Weird. It's weird.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say it depends.
Oh.
Depends.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Hey,
that worked out quite nicely.
give me a little bit of that Bach, a little splash, a little splishy splash there. So yeah, she's I think Hazel's tearing it up over there, just raging.
Think she's pooping?
Maybe, I don't know. That's some good beer though. Yeah. All right, what else? Anything else we need to cover before we wrap up this show? Any holiday plans? You getting all your Christmas shopping done?
Man, I haven't done any Christmas shopping
Nothing at all.
at all. Yeah. But there's Amazon Prime.
There is.
Free
And,
2-day shipping. So I'm not worried about it.
What link
Not
do
worried
you
about
use?
it. Well, obviously, go to liquidlunchshow.com/Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Way to go. Way to go. And that just helps. Like you see right here, right here,
Yeah.
the Christmas tree. The lights went out on the Christmas tree.
Oh no.
This has been the Christmas of lights going out on stuff. I've had to. I've spent hours replacing little string light bulbs,
Yeah.
and got one strand to really work completely. And so I don't know. Budgets run up against the ability to buy more bulbs, and I'm just like, well, I hope nobody is offended that the whole string is not working. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Catherine, do you see the blank space here?
Yes.
You see all that that real estate there? You know, it would go
I
great.
do.
You know, it'd go great there.
A tapestry.
A print from Barbacoa Apparel? Is that what you were getting at?
It could be a print from Barbacoa Apparel.
Maybe a stolen fine art print.
Some kind of your sign. If you have a business and you want to support the show and get your a brewery,
Yes.
Yeah, you could send us your 10 sign.
A brewery and exotic men's club, maybe.
Yeah. Something.
Would if they wanted to advertise, say
Yeah.
like the men's club wanted to advertise,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
would we do it?
I wouldn't do it.
What? Really?
I
You would
can't.
or you would not.
I would not. I can't go vet.
Would
I can't vet that. I don't know if they're a good one.
Oh, I see.
No, the men's club in Houston. That's like the high dollar one.
Yeah, I've never been there. I don't go to those places.
Well, I'm sure
So,
Kennedy
so you're
does.
saying you would have to go to this place first
I
to
don't.
see if it's legit?
I don't advertise anything that I haven't endorsed myself. So like when you take Kennedy's shot, when you take your shot full, like you're doing now, then you take
Hold on.
yourself full.
Hold on. Mean
When you take
like
that shot,
this?
yeah, you see a St. Arnold, you see Town and City, you see Under the Radar, you see Holler, you see Austin Beer Works, you see No Label over one shoulder, you see a big blank spot over the other shoulder. You see Baleson and Bearded Fox. All those places I know are spectacular breweries,
Yeah.
have spectacular beer, fun atmospheres. They're places to go hang out. I know them personally. I would, those are great things I can readily endorse
Mm-hmm.
and put on our show. I don't go to gentlemen's clubs.
Well, what if they said, "Hey, we want to start airing your show during lunchtime,
I'd say go for it.
during the lunch buffet."
Yeah, I'd say go for it, man. Enjoy. I hope you have as much fun as we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they want to,
I'd tell those ladies stretch first. You don't want to blow out a hammy.
No, you don't.
Yeah. And I hope whoever prepared the roast beef washed their hands.
I'm still here. I'm just lifting my camera up to the sky
Mm-hmm.
so that we can give.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Coffee cup.
the Christmas gods.
You're getting good at this, by the way.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to just let you guys know that I can still hear you
Do we have
Okay.
we need a still shot of you to go to when
during these moments.
they're in these tender moments of
Hold on.
speaking of gentlemen's clubs,
Hold on.
huh? There we go. So
It's an old one.
it is an old one, but it'll work.
Yeah.
She still looks like that for the most part.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Do you have blonde? Any blonde in your hair? Did you get highlights? or
Not
anything?
anymore. I did over the summer. I had like what they would call ombre,
Okay.
where it went from brown to blonde at the bottom.
Okay. There you go. So we gotta keep up with that. Just send us a pic. Next time you redo your hair, if you redo that, just send us a still shot.
Oh, sure.
For these
of
moments.
course.
I don't know how long these moments will last.
Well, we've got what month are we in?
We're in December. You said 9.5. You going for a year?
Her birthday will be February the 17th. So on February the 18th,
She's on her own.
she's on her own.
Okay.
Show 70, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah.
We've done 70 of these things.
We've actually done more. There's some that don't have numbers. Did you
No.
realize that? But that's fine. Official episode 70.
Yeah, official episodes. There's been 70.
We getting any more comments? My comments kind of locked up.
No, I don't know if they stop, if I stop getting them, or people just stop commenting.
Maybe
But
just
we haven't had a comment since
Yeah. Well, whatever. It's fine. It's fine.
since James was on.
Oh. Well, he was a comment laden guy.
Mhm.
He had a lot to say about
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
That's all good. All right.
Yeah.
Catherine, do you have any big holiday plans for the next week or so?
Do I have any big Oh, you know what? I made some really delicious Christmas cookies
Yes.
that I'm real excited about.
What's in them?
So they're sugar cookies, like your basic cut and
What shape are they in?
snowflakes and Christmas trees.
Oh, adorable. Do you ice them
So-
up?
I did. I'm not really good at the icing part, so I do like basic polka dots or something that's easy
Okay.
instead of trying to ice the whole cookie with some kind of creative thing. Doesn't work for me.
No, you do the with green icing with Red Hots.
I don't like red hots. So.
Maybe
Can you hear my
Skid-
child eating?
Yes.
Skittles
It
then.
sounds like she's giving you a Zerbert.
Wow. Oh boy.
Yeah. No, I don't. My mother likes to make wassail. Do you guys know what that is?
Yeah. Wassle's awesome.
And you put red hots in that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But as far as big plans go, I know that Jason and I are probably going to go see the new Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Okay.
So
Cool.
that's exciting.
With Hazel.
Maybe with Hazel, probably because he doesn't like to leave her anywhere.
What's your mom doing? She gonna just
He
feed her?
doesn't like to leave her with my mom.
Cause she leaves. She just feeds her Red Hots all day, or what?
I know he just wants her with us all the time, and he works a lot, so I
Yeah.
think that he just wants to be with her.
Oh, I
on
get
his
it.
days off.
I get it.
And then that's fine.
Okay. All right. No, that's
What are
that-
your big plans? Do you have big holiday plans?
We may be going to the. The Nutcracker.
Oh,
On
that's
purpose?
cool.
Yeah, for the girl's birthday. The twins turn 9 soon,
Yeah.
and so they wanted to do that.
Do you think they'll enjoy that? My son just went with the school to the Nutcracker. He loved the whole thing, except that he said it was hard for him to contain his giggles because they were wearing tights and you could see their bottoms.
Yeah, no, that is me too. I'm right there with him.
Yeah.
I'll be giggling the whole time, but no, the girls are dancers and they just want to,
They want to see dancing.
they want to see it. They're into it. What else are we gonna do? Yeah, I don't know. I made some Mississippi mud cake the other day. That was a hit.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What goes into Mississippi mud cake?
Chocolate,
course.
bourbon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What else was in that thing? Yeah, chocolate and bourbon, basically. It was good.
Flour,
It's flour,
sugar.
sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vanilla,
Maybe some baking powder.
baking
Eggs.
powder, eggs. Yeah. Yeah. That was
You
about
know
it.
what I put in my cookies that makes all the difference, by the way?
What?
In sugar cookies?
Not Red Hots.
Not Red Hot. Almond extract.
Oh yeah.
Vanilla and almonds.
Yeah. They have kind of a. Almost like a cherry flavor. Almond has.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 It's quite delightful.
Isn't it though?
Kennedy, what kind of big holiday plans do you have coming up in the next week?
It's funny you say this because I always, the only family I have in town is my brother.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And so I finally talked to him just last night, and I'm like, "Hey, what's going on with Christmas?" Because I have Christmas off,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm gonna go hang out with them for Christmas. I'm like, "What's going on?" And he was completely clueless. He's like, "I don't know." So
That's how Jason responds
I don't
whenever
know.
I ask him.
I don't know. I'm like, so his brother and sister-in-law moved in, literally like 2 houses down from them,
Mhm.
same neighborhood. And I guess they're doing like a Christmas thing, or no, Christmas Eve they're doing something. I'm like, so they're having like a big blowout on Christmas Eve.
Okay.
So then I'm like, what are you guys doing Christmas? It's like, I don't know. I'm like, well, you guys even cooking, or are you just gonna eat leftovers? I don't know. When are you guys opening presents? I don't know.
Sounds to
I'm
me.
like, all right, cool. I'll talk to you later.
That's it.
Yeah, so that's my Christmas.
Okay.
It's a riveting story.
Yeah. Okay.
Real cliffhanger.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Well, you asked.
Yeah.
Not all my stories are that interesting.
Do you guys go, like, we like to drive around with, like, cookies and look at Christmas lights and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We do that.
Yeah.
We do that.
You know, it'd be cool.
What?
Get on the cruising cooler
Yeah.
and
Look at
drive
Christmas
around looking at Christmas lights.
It's true. It's
Yeah.
a little cold. A little cold. I've gotten
Is it-
soft.
It is a little cold. I had told Jason, because they're doing, like, a double feature at the drive-in
Mm-hmm.
of the new Star Wars movie and Coco. And he was like, really want to go sit out in the cold like that? And I was like, well, you're right.
Can you build your own bonfire? That'd be cool if you could do that at the
That'd be
drive-in.
cool, yeah.
Probably frowned upon.
Maybe, but if it's
Probably.
self-contained, the yeah, Coco's one we need to go see.
It's so good.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right.
I got a special sneak preview, and it was really good.
Excuse my ignorance.
Yeah.
What is cocoa?
It's a chocolatey drink.
It's a new Disney movie about, it's a Day of the Dead Disney movie.
You notice they delay. It's been out. It's been made for a while. They delayed it though.
Yeah,
Day
it's
of the
weird that they
Dead.
waited until after Day of the Dead to
Well,
release
it was
before
actually-
Christmas.
They made it around the same time as the book. Was it Book of Life?
Oh, the Book of Life. It's better than the Book of Life.
Is it? I
Yeah,
liked
it
Book
really
of Life.
I did too, and it is better.
Okay. Yeah. So they delayed it.
It's more authentic to me, I think.
Okay. Good to
Yeah,
know.
they did a really good job.
Yeah, that's because there's some other movies like if you'll remember back to there was Armageddon and Deep Impact. I think
Same,
both,
yeah,
Yeah.
same movie.
it came out around the same time too,
Yeah, it was the same movie.
and everybody learned instead of trying to compete, we should delay
Right.
one or the other. So
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, yeah. Like if-
Ants and A Bug's Life.
Bug's Life, yeah, that's another one. What else? Liquid Lunch and
Liquid Lunch and the other Liquid Lunch show.
yeah. So if you do a beer show, wait.
Somebody actually messaged me
Mhm.
and said, "Hey, don't you do Liquid Lunch? I think you're on it with my cousin." And I said, "Oh, I'm on it with Kennedy and Josh." And they said, "No, my cousin's name is David Garza or something." And I was like, "Treason!
Who's David Garza?
Who is that? I have no idea."
Is that
I
your-
don't- that could not be his name, but it was a name like that. And I was like, "No, that's the wrong show."
And who would confuse us with any other show?
Right? Like, you would know if I
No.
was on there.
Yeah, is there another Liquid Lunch out there?
There is.
Is it about Texas beer?
I don't know if it's about Texas beer,
There's,
but I know that it is about beer.
When did they
there's-
start? We've got documented proof of when we started.
I don't know.
What if we had to change our name? Let's go that route. If we had to change our name, what would we change it to?
We would change it to Liquid Midday Meal.
It's all about blenders.
Mid,
Yeah.
midday mash.
Throw that
Midday.
throw that throw
Huh?
that grilled cheese in that blender. Little beer.
Yeah.
Whiz it up.
We could change it to Thirsty Thursday,
I feel like that's probably been used too.
probably.
Maybe we just go with
Well, listen, I have to compete against the She's Crafty Craft and Knitting podcast. So
yeah. I think there's another
just
integration
know the
too.
competition is fierce.
You know, there's a song called "Liquid Lunch" by some Latin superstar.
Yes.
That when you do a Liquid Lunch on YouTube, this video's got like 1 million hits and stuff, and that's what we're up against.
Yeah. Up against or alongside?
Yeah.
Alongside. All right. Anything else we need to talk about before we wrap this awesome show that is the one and only true original OG Liquid Lunch?
I don't think so.
I think.
No, I think we're good.
Hey, what do y'all think about next week if we do the show on Wednesday? Would that throw everybody? Was that is that a thing?
I think that could probably work.
What about you, Kennedy?
But
what's wrong with Thursday?
Just heads up, 7-Up. It is Christmas break,
That's what I'm saying.
and there will be children around and about, and not in a structured and disciplined environment
Yeah.
like they are at school.
Yes.
Well, you know, Josh his kids have been on our show.
Yeah, no, you listen.
What?
My kids have plenty to say.
Listen, I was doing some podcast posting when last time Maria last time she was on, super funny, talking about a beard,
yeah,
like you growing a beard. I don't know if you remember this.
show.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
If you go back and down,
Yeah.
it's like episode 42 or something.
Yeah,
44. Hilarious.
she's pretty funny. I don't know if she realizes that she's funny, but she says some pretty funny things sometimes because she has no filter.
Yes, it was great.
Why don't we all
And
get our? Are your kids home?
Not right this moment.
No. Well, obviously. Are
No,
they
next
home?
next Thursday is their Christmas party. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
So
They still have school next week?
yeah, Harvey
Oh, my kids are out.
Harvey messed up the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
May-
Okay.
maybe-
But they pushed it back, so now we have they're off until like the 8th.
Okay, that's nice.
Is it?
Well, I don't know.
It just kind of messes with everybody else's
Maybe.
time.
Don't you kind of wish that you could celebrate Christmas after Christmas?
Yeah, let everybody else do it, and then you kind of
Like,
do.
let
Yours.
everybody else do it, and then you hit those real good sales.
He's gonna hit that keyboard. Yeah, no, that would be
That's
good.
always been my hope.
So, yep. So, yeah, we'll talk about it. Maybe Wednesday next week. We'll let people know. Bosco, what do you think?
Oh, look at that face.
Yeah, he's a mess.
What's the grooming like on that dog?
He's fine. He does a pretty good job.
Okay.
I mean, you know. Now we keep it cut short. If it gets too long, tufts of hair just pop up everywhere. He doesn't
Yeah.
shed so much as he just kind of like a person.
Okay. Molts.
He molts a little bit, little puffs of hair, and
Okay.
we can sweep him into this huge pile. It's like a second dog. But yeah, his hair will get really long.
Yeah, he had quite a greeting for me today.
Yeah, he went right for the crotch.
Well, yeah, he does it.
He
every
was.
time.
Let me look. He was a rescue dog. We found him in
He's
a
gotta
ditch.
know. He needs to know what he's up
He
against.
doesn't even know. He doesn't even know.
Just sizing you up.
Yeah. I'm gonna start some music because the dog snoring is a cue. That Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do the Christmas close because I can. That's only a minute 25, so I guess we're almost done with the show. Just saying, boom. Hear that? Yeah, I believe Christmas is almost here.
I don't want to believe it because then what? Then we're gonna roll right into spring and then the end of the school year.
Yeah, and
Just
then
in a flash.
and then the chaos, and then we've been doing the show for 2 years.
Craziness. Just crazy town.
Man, it almost brings on a panic attack.
But we've been doing it, and I think that in itself
Yeah,
is something to be proud of.
it is something to be proud of. Look, there's a lot of good episodes. We've had a lot of good people. Like today, James was great guest, right?
Yeah.
We need more guests. We need. Anybody want to be on? Let me know. Hit me
Yeah.
up. Hit me up.
Hit up Josh.
What's that?
That's messaging. Hit me up.
Oh, it looked
Send me
like
out.
you were using a lighter.
That too.
Like
Light
you
me
were-
up.
Like you were. Never mind.
Listen, this is the easiest show to be on because you can literally do it from your living room
Yep.
in your pajamas.
Yes.
You don't have to have any pants.
No, you
In
don't.
fact, we should just make it a requirement that all our guests need to be in their pajamas
At least for the winter.
for the winter.
Yeah.
In the
Yeah.
summer, nothing. Don't wear anything.
Yeah. Poolside.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
I can't really do this show with no pants on.
Why not?
Not you. You're not a guest, Kennedy.
Yeah.
Not you.
Yeah, because I have to come over here with no pants. It's a little weird.
It's a little weird, especially on the toll road when they have the cameras.
Well, I'm talking about walking in your house with no pants.
Nobody cares as long as the kids aren't here.
I think you'd kick me out.
Yeah, it'd be hilarious.
Right.
It wouldn't be awkward. It'd be hilarious. My neighbors would put you on Facebook in a heartbeat.
Yeah, and I don't.
Look at this guy. And then the
I-
coyotes would get you.
Yeah, and then I'm showing. Then it's the show, and I'm not wearing pants, and you're not wearing pants, and it's not that kind of show.
Maybe it is, and we just didn't know it.
Maybe you guys are just a couple guys that don't like wearing pants that also like to drink beer.
That's
Why
true.
does it have to be so dirty? It's not dirty.
No, it's just a natural
Yeah.
thing. Look who's coming to see me. This guy. Your breath stinks.
That dog loves to lick people's faces.
He's a dog.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. He's a dog. He's great. He's great. He just hangs out the whole time underneath the table.
Yeah.
All right. So next week, Wednesday show. Is that? Can we do that? Is that
Sure.
doable?
Yeah.
Check
is that
Is
for
that
sure?
okay? Is
Yeah.
everybody on Facebook is fine with that? That's
Yeah.
a unanimous vote of 300 people.
Yep. Let us know.
And yeah.
We need to let everybody know that we're doing it on Wednesday.
Yeah, we'll do that.
All right.
I'll get on that in 5-6 days, and then
You may have to remind me.
done.
Give me a
Yeah.
heads up.
I'll set up a
Because
reminder.
I forget everything.
Yeah, Wednesday, Thursday, it's the same for now.
Yeah,
it's the
same
same
day.
for me.
Who makes your favorite Christmas beer?
Oh, well, Alaskan has a really delicious winter ale that I
Yeah.
really love.
Okay.
The Southern Star Winter Warmer is really yummy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The Christmas ale
St. Arnold's.
from
St. Arnold.
St. Arnold is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Sierra Nevada makes a really good one too.
they do. I've got some of that in the fridge.
That's probably my go-to. Like if they have it, then I always get it.
The celebration ale.
Yeah, Celebration Ale.
I haven't had it. Maybe this year I should, but the Rar and
It feels
Sons.
like they changed it up a little bit. I haven't tried it this year, but last year it was a little different than.
Previous
Still
years.
good though. Still very good.
Maybe
Yeah.
we'll hit them up. Maybe we can get them on the show.
The Rar and Sons. I haven't had that one, but
The Angry
it's,
Santa.
it's by far the best label for a Christmas beer.
Yeah, Santa taking a dump into a,
Yeah, down a chimney.
a chimney.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Okay.
good label.
Right.
Oh no. Okay, if y'all have any suggestions, let us know. What's your favorite Christmas beer? We'll try to in the next couple days.
You
we'll
want to
try
do a Christmas beer episode? We did one last year.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Yeah, we have
Let's
to.
do that. Let's do that. All right. Well, good show,
My
guys.
baby is. Can you hear that? She's tooting on air.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, Catherine, good
Great
show
show.
today.
You should have put her
Good
closer.
show for you. Thanks, guys.
You should have
Yeah.
put her closer to the mic.
Yeah. Big thanks to James Bridwell from Sockdolliger Brewing Company. He's their head brewer in Abilene, 720 China Street. So go check them out if you're in the Abilene area, and tell them Liquid Lunch sent you. And thanks to everybody who listened and watched and participated and was part of the show today. Kennedy, great job. Catherine, the greatest co-host any guy could ever want to have.
Josh, the greatest co-host any girl could ever have.
Oh, shucks. You're just saying it because it's true.
So stop.
All
Stop
right.
it.
See y'all next week on Wednesday.
Bye, guys.
Merry Christmas!